Your Country 1039 KGRT, Mr. Rodney Atkins, and watching you.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. It's time for our question of the day. And just in case you didn't know it, today happens to be National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. Yes, nothing beats a nice chocolate chip cookie. Well, mostly. But we'll get to that. Right now, little cookie history for you, okay? Ruth Graves Wakefield. She was the owner of Toll House Restaurant in Whitman, Massachusetts. And it is her that we have to thank for the chocolate chip cookie. Yeah, she created the recipe in the 1930s, serving it at her Toll House cookie or Toll House chocolate crunch cookie to go with the restaurant's vanilla ice cream. Now, it actually happened by accident because she actually added broken pieces of Nestle's semi-sweet chocolate bar into her cookie dough, expecting it to kind of melt into the batter, you know, nice little chocolate cookie. Well, it didn't melt. Yeah, no. In fact, they held their shape, and thus the chocolate chip cookie was born. And might want to check your favorite place to get your cookies because in honor of National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, there are several places that are giving out good deals on cookies today. But I ask you this question because I think everybody loves cookies, but not everybody loves the same cookie, right? You may be a fan of the chocolate chip cookie. Maybe you like more of a vanilla cream or, you know, the Oreos. Or me personally, I am a fan of the pecan sandies and, of course, you're just classic shortbread cookies. Who doesn't love shortbread cookies? Yes, and I am talking about those Girl Scout cookies because I am a Girl Scout cookie person for sure. So I ask you this question for today. What is your favorite cookie? Yeah, is it the chocolate chip cookie? Because, you know, fresh out of the oven, chocolate chip cookies are really, really good. Sorry about that. And also, of course, there's Christmas cookies. Who doesn't love Christmas cookies? A lot of people like to go out and do cookies for every single occasion. Sugar cookies in there. Those butter cookies that you get in the tin, you know, bought a big tin of those. They just kept snacking them all day long. That do that a lot around the holidays. But what is your favorite cookie? If I did have to make a choice, it probably is those butter cookies or the shortbread Girl Scout cookie ones. Yeah, those are my favorites right there. But what about you? What is your favorite cookie? Go ahead and let me know your answers. Call them in or text them in at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And, of course, you can always just leave your comments on our social media pages because we are live on our Facebook and YouTube pages as well. So let me know your answers for our question of the day today. What is your favorite cookie? Our question of the day, of course, is brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Okay, we are exclusively up on our social media pages now. So, yeah, what's your favorite cookie? Do you have a favorite cookie in general? You know, a lot of people like the chocolate. Yeah, got like a double chocolate chunk crunch or peanut butter cookies, right? You like some no-bake peanut butter cookies or oatmeal cookies. They're okay. Maybe not as many people are fans of oatmeal cookies, but they're out there. So many different cookies, so many different varieties, and some things that might not necessarily be considered cookies. I don't know. There's always that whole thing. But if it were me, it is a nice glass of cold milk. I'm closing my eyes just thinking about it right now. Nice glass of cold milk with some of those shortbread cookies from Girl Scout cookies and or the pecan sandies or those butter cookies. I think those are my favorite. Just a little mix in there, especially with an ice cold glass of milk. Good stuff. But like I said, let me know your answers for our question of the day today. What is your favorite cookie? Like freshly baked? I mean, you got to love those, right? Do you like a soft cookie? Do you like a crunchy cookie? Those things matter, you know, especially if you do the milk. I like a harder cookie that'll just kind of soak up all that milk stuff. Now I want cookies for breakfast. Hate when that happens. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at what is going on in and around the world. Of course, I talked about this a little bit. Lonnie Anderson, known for a role at WKRP in Cincinnati, has passed away at the age of 79. She was battling a prolonged illness, so this was something that probably was coming. And, you know, That's just so many memories of WKRP that go back in my mind. Liam Neeson tells the New York Times that he's a bit embarrassed by the Taken movies. I was a tiny bit embarrassed, but I can't tell you how many voicemails of the Taken speech, of course, that he's recorded for his son's friends. My personal favorite would be the Taken speech done by Kermit the Frog. Look it up. It's hilarious. Also, Wall Street Journal says that former Google CEO Eric Schmidt has purchased Aaron Spelling's former Los Angeles mansion for $110 million. Well, good for you. And the dog surfing championships recently took place in Northern California. Of course, spectators cheering on the furry athletes as they rode the waves to impressive skills. 20 dogs competed and winners received medals and hopefully a few treats right in there, right? Box office over the weekend, Fantastic Four movie First Step still number one at the box office at $40 million. Bad Guys 2 opened up with $22 million. And The Naked Gun, Liam Neeson's new movie opened up at $17 million. I've heard some really good things, that it is absolutely funny. And I just wanted to throw this one in there as well, because the Daily Mail says that a Missouri couple recently named their newborn baby after Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And at first I'm going like, oh, please don't be like a Tayorlovis or a Twifty or something like that. I just didn't want it to be any kind of weird name. And it turns out the name is actually pretty cool, because their newborn baby is named Kelsey Taylor Grace Dillon. Had to get the four names in there, right? But Kelsey Taylor is actually a pretty cool name. And of course, the unique spelling with Kelsey. So I am not going to make fun of them, because I think that's a pretty cool name right there. Despite the fact that it's, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift combined. Hey, not all names have a really cool backstory on there, but I think that one's actually pretty cool. Once again, my friends, we are looking for answers for our question of the day today, which is basically, what is your favorite cookie? Today is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. And who doesn't enjoy a nice, freshly baked chocolate chip cookie? Those are pretty awesome. But there are other cookies that we all like. Like I said, I am partial to the, the shortbread cookies from Girl Scout Cookies. I love those things, a glass of milk, and I am a happy camper. And then, of course, those butter cookies that you get around Christmas time, I could eat a whole tin of those without any problem. And I might have actually done that. Don't tell my doctor. But those are my favorite cookies, like I said, especially with a glass of milk. But what about you? What is your favorite cookie? And do you mix anything with that? Do you do milk? Do you do, different things on there? Let me know your answers for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Our question for today, what is your favorite